I'm Johnny Mac. George Wendt, best known for his role as Norm Peterson on NBC's Cheers, passed away Tuesday morning at his home. He was 76. His publicist, Melissa Nathan, shared a statement. George was a doting family man, a well-loved friend, and a confidant to all those lucky enough to have known him. He will be missed forever. The family has requested privacy during this time. Wendt earned 6 consecutive Emmy nominations for his performance as Norm Peterson. Cheers, coincidentally, ended 32 years ago today. George was part of The Second City in the 1970s before becoming a TV actor. He had numerous guest spots and then landed the role of barfly Norm Peterson. He would later appear as Norm in The Tortellis, which was one of the spinoffs from Cheers, and Frasier. After appearing in all 273 episodes of Cheers, George Wendt went to CBS to star in The George Wendt Show. He played a radio host car mechanic. That series only ran for a month. Born in 1948 in Chicago, George was on SNL as one of the Chicago Bears superfans. One of 9 children, attended the University of Notre Dame before switching to Rockhurst College and graduating with a degree in economics. He married Bernadette Burkett in 1978. Bernadette, interestingly, voiced the character of Norm's wife on Cheers. She was never seen on camera. So many credits, including Fletch, Gung Ho, Spice World, the 1985 horror film House, indie film from 2019, The Climb, guest appearances on Hot in Cleveland, The Twilight Zone, Columbo, George Lopez, Fresh Off the Boat. In 2023, he appeared on The Masked Singer. In Rolling Stone, Alan Sepinwall writes, "The final scene of Cheers is a masterclass on how to end a beloved long-running show properly. It's just Sam Malone and the rest of the gang hanging out, smoking cigars, swapping stories, and reminding the audience why this fictional Boston sports bar had become such a cherished place to virtually hang out for the last decade. They trade jokes and other different suggestions for what the meaning of life is. Then the bar's phone rings and everybody realizes they have somewhere else they should be. Everyone files out except for Norm Peterson, played by George Wendt, who says that the meaning of life is love. He asks Sam, you know what I love? Sam replies, beer, Norm? Norm considers that for a moment and then says, yeah, I'll have a quick one. It's one more perfectly timed rejoinder from the character and actor who may have been better at it than anyone else in the long and storied history of TV comedy. His surviving family includes his sister, Kathy Sudeikis, mother of Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, I didn't know this. George Wendt was Jason Sudeikis' uncle. Sister Kathy is one of the organizers of the Big Slick Celebrity Weekend that Jason and his fellow Kansas City celebrities co-host. This year's event is next week. George appeared several times at Big Slick. Last year, reprised his role as one of the DeBears superfans, alongside Jason Sudeikis, Robert Smigel, and Patrick Mahomes from the Chiefs. George told a story about his life in Kansas City as a student at Rockhurst. He said, Kansas City was Sodom and Gomorrah compared to South Bend, Notre Dame. There was a bar right across the street, and I thought it was fantastic. I remember the payphone at Mike's Tavern. You could rig it. I worked for AT&T back in the day, and we could see the kids were rigging it. They were getting free phone calls. He shared a story about shooting a film in Dublin. A friend invited him to go bar hopping. George didn't want to go. George gave in. They went to a place called the Ferryman. It was mostly empty except for one guy. That guy, Bono. This is amazing. Bono told George, I didn't want to meet you because you were Norm on Cheers. I wanted to meet you because you were Norm on Cheers, and you found this place. You cracked the code. George Wendt once said, the Norm you see in Cheers has been years in the making. I have some characteristics in common with him, besides our fondness for beer, but I think I'm a lot happier than Norm. I was a beer drinker long before Cheers. When I put a couple of six-packs on top of my grocery shopping cart, people are pleased. I tell them I'm taking them home to rehearse. He did say that the toughest part of his job was drinking the beer on the TV, which was actually warm, flat, and non-alcoholic that was layered with a pinch of salt to create the illusion of a head on a beer. He told the Washington Post in 1985, there I was, slamming those down for a whole day. It not only tastes disgusting, I was afraid of keeling over from high blood pressure. Then I got the knack. I didn't have to put all those brews away. It only mattered when the camera was pointing my way. Took a couple years, but now I watch the camera. That's how I make my money. That's acting. George Wendt was 76.